What is going on, gangers? Brother Namdi back at your service, and I'm here to dive into a continuing series where we look at fictional characters and what health conditions they may have. If you'd like to stay caught up with this series, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. For part 25 of this series, we are going to dive into a fictional character that people may or may not know, and her name is Candace from Phineas and Ferb. I decided to use OCD to describe Candace's condition. Let's first dive into what OCD actually is. OCD fully stands for Obsessive-Compulsive Disorder. That would mean excessive thoughts that lead to repetitive behaviors. The cause is unknown, however. Signs and symptoms to look out for would include obsessions, which are unwanted, recurrent, and intrusive thoughts, images, or urges that cause anxiety. That would be followed by compulsions, which are repetitive tasks performed to reduce the anxiety caused by obsessions. And they negatively impact the person's daily life, unfortunately. Let me give you an example. An obsession could be being in an environment that's not safe and you're thinking whether you locked your car door or not. The compulsion would be continuously unlocking and locking your car door multiple times to reduce anxiety. Another example would be the obsession of germs, which would cause a compulsion of repeated cleaning of the area or excessive hand washing. Now, how does this correlate to Candace? Candace constantly has intrusive thoughts on busting Phineas and Ferb even when they are not around. This is a prime example of an obsession. She then repeatedly runs to her mom to prove what her brothers are doing, even though it almost always fails. The compulsion of telling her mom temporarily relieves her anxiety. This negatively affects her life because she will get highly frustrated and will not rest until her mom acknowledges what she sees and her brothers are busted. That's a sad soul right there. Now for diagnosis, I'm going to leave the chart here for you to see. Pause it if you'd like to learn more about it. I'm sure a lot of y'all think you have OCD. This would prove if you do or not. Anyways, for treatment, always try non-pharmacological methods first. Things like CBT, exposure and response therapy, in which an individual self-exposes themselves to triggers and then attempts to resist the compulsion. Now, if none of that works, go to y'all meds. The prime line for this would be SSRIs. They've been proven to be helpful, but they do come with some side effects. I think therapy could be really good for Candace, honestly. I wouldn't just yet give her meds. As always, if you have any of these conditions, please seek help, because at the end of the day, you matter. Fictional characters were used to give a different perspective in a situation. If you appreciate this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't already, please check out the previous 24 parts to this series. And if you have a suggestion for part 26, character or diagnosis, drop it in the comments. And if nothing else, y'all take it easy.